Months after a famous singer tragically fell to his death, multiple people were charged in connection to the untimely passing. And now, new details have emerged as officials are eyeing charging more. On October 16th, singer Liam Payne died after falling from a hotel balcony in Argentina. Since his death, 3 people are currently being investigated: a hotel worker, an alleged drug dealer, and Payne's friend. But now a judge in Argentina is considering charging 2 more hotel workers. Police in Argentina are investigating what role the chief receptionist, Esteban Grassi, took at the CasaSur Palmero Hotel. Grassi was seen on surveillance footage carrying the singer up to his room, and he made the 999 call requesting medical assistance moments before Payne fell to his death. Along with Grassi, police are also reportedly investigating the hotel's head of security, Gilda Martin. Although it's unclear what he's specifically being accused of, the judge on the case ordered both men to appear for questioning at a formal interrogation, which is expected to take place next week. The news of these potential new charges comes as 3 others, including Liam Payne's close friend Rogelio Roger Norez, are also expected to be questioned by police in the coming days. Norez, who had been spending time with the former One Directioner hours before his death, is accused of abandoning the singer. Norez has denied those allegations, claiming he left the hotel only 40 minutes before Liam's untimely death and was not aware of Payne's condition. In a statement to Daily Mail, Norez said, "I never abandoned Liam. There were over 15 people at the hotel lobby chatting and joking with him when I left. I could never have imagined something like this would happen." Norris said he was just a close friend of Liam Payne's despite reports that he was his manager, and also maintained he's been cooperative with police, having given a statement to prosecutors the day after Payne died. Then there's Brian Pais and Uriel Alejandro Estengo. Both have been accused of supplying Payne with drugs in the days leading up to his death. Pais, who strongly denied the allegations, spoke out last month to deny selling Payne any drugs, although he did admit to smoking marijuana with the singer. In a televised interview, Pais explained, "I never took drugs to him or accepted any money. I have messages where he's offering me money, but I never accepted anything." Meanwhile, Estengo has yet to comment on the allegations. The investigation into Payne's death has revealed a disturbing picture of the star's final moments. Following his tragic death, Grassi's 999 call was made public. In it, the receptionist can be heard reporting that Payne was high and drunk and causing damage to his room. Grassi could be heard telling the operator, "We're scared he might be endangering his life," adding he is in a room with a balcony and we're concerned he might be trying to leave. Theories about how Payne died have emerged, including one that Payne may have been trying to escape his hotel room after being locked in it by hotel staff. On the scene, investigators discovered a bag with drug paraphernalia and a New York Yankees hat found near Payne's body, which for some have suggested he may have been trying to run away. According to a toxicology report, he had a combination of cocaine, alcohol, and an antidepressant in his system at the time of his death, including the drug known as pink cocaine, a combination of methamphetamine, ketamine, MDMA, and other substances. According to prosecutors, Payne was in a state of semi or total unconsciousness when he fell from the balcony, and they have ruled out suicide as his cause of death. But for his massive fan base, they are still grappling with the former boy bander's death. For weeks, crowds flocked to the hotel where Liam took his final breaths to pay tribute to the 31-year-old. Just 2 days after he died, his father flew to Argentina to identify his son's body and begin arrangements for his return back to the UK. That process took weeks as police continued their investigation. But on November 20th, Liam Payne was laid to rest in a private ceremony in the UK. It was a chance for those who loved him to say their final goodbyes to him, and those in attendance included not only his girlfriend and family, but his One Direction bandmates, Harry, Zayn, Niall, and Louis. I'm joined now by international attorney David Tafuri. David, thank you so much for joining me, and it's always great to see you. You know, it's been 2 months now since singer Liam Payne was found dead. Now, multiple people have been charged in connection to his death. Are you surprised this many people at this point right now have been charged?
I am surprised. This has not been the most straightforward investigation, to put it simply. The police didn't reveal details right away about anyone else being responsible, and now they've charged these people. It's not exactly clear what the crimes are that they committed. Supposedly, some helped with providing him with illegal substances, but we don't have a lot of details, and that's why I think there's so much media interest around this, because the Argentinian officials haven't done a great job of informing the public of why these people have been charged.
Yeah, and you did bring up a great point. We do have this latest edition being charged, that being the receptionist of the hotel and the hotel's head of security. And like you had mentioned, it is unclear at this time what they're being charged with. But in your opinion, do you think it has anything to do with the handling of the situation leading up to Liam Payne's death?
I think it does have to do with the handling of the situation, but everything's that's been reported has made it difficult to understand why there were crimes committed. Certainly, maybe there wasn't a proper response given when they saw him engaging in questionable behavior, but how that becomes a crime is not clear, and it's probably because there are facts we just don't know.
Yeah, and this case, kind of echoes other cases involving celebrity deaths. Like I think of Matthew Perry or Michael K. Williams with The Wire, or even Michael Jackson, where the people close to them ended up being charged in overdose or accidental deaths. In this case, we have Liam Payne, who had taken different drugs, fell off a hotel balcony. In your opinion, do you think prosecutors are just taking these cases a lot more seriously, or do you think it's just the pressure that's been mounting on them to prosecute someone because someone famous and someone who, by all accounts, has been is a beloved figure as well too, had died?
I think it's the public pressure. I think it's the combination of the fact that there was a lot of attention on this death, that the circumstances were odd, and that there wasn't a great investigation done right away, that there were accusations of the investigation being shoddy. And so now the investigatory authorities are circling back and maybe overreacting.
I want to quickly give a huge thank you to our sponsors that help us continue to bring you these stories like Odoo. I'm sure a lot of you watching this might be business owners or thinking about starting a side hustle. Well, Odoo can help. Odoo is a free all-in-one business management software with tools to help you run your business. I mean, look, I'm a cat mom and I want my cat buttons to get some brand deals. Using Odoo's website builder, I built a site for my cat buttons in just minutes, thanks to easy tools like AI copywriting and drag and drop features. 5 minutes later, boom, check it out. I now have buttonsthecat.com. So I want to thank Odoo for sponsoring our videos. And for our amazing viewers, you can start building your site now and get a free domain for the first year with our link, odoo.com/lcnews20. Again, that's odoo.com/lcnews20 to try Odoo now for free. Yeah, and is there a chance too that, the hotel itself could be held legally liable for Liam's death, especially, if negligence is proven on the part of the hotel staff? Could they face a civil lawsuit?
I'm sure that's something the hotel is worried about. Certainly here in the United States, you could imagine the hotel having some responsibility to guests that pay to stay in the hotel. It's not clear whether there's that same, level of, development of negligence and civil actions in Argentina that would support a lawsuit against the hotel. But for sure, the hotel has not done a great job of explaining how it reacted to the situation, and they didn't call emergency medical services when maybe they should have called them immediately, and so that could also be an issue.
And when we talk about the charges we know now, Liam's friend is charged with abandonment leading to death. And for the alleged drug suppliers, it's narcotic supply. How difficult are both of those charges to prove, especially in international court?
Well, they're going to be hard to prove, in one way because the person that knows most about it obviously is Liam, and he's dead, and we can't get his testimony, and so you're going to have to rely a lot on the testimony of the accused. So that's one reason it's going to be difficult, and we don't know the role that that Liam played in encouraging them to do what they did, and so I think that's part of the problem here. And but there's going to be a lot of pressure on the Argentine authorities to get this right, and there's going to be strong defense lawyers. We've already seen the appearance of strong defense counsel disputing the allegations and the charges.
Yeah. And, say this case does go to trial. What are some of the key differences in trying this case in court in Argentina versus trying a case like this in the United States?
Right. So Argentina as has a quasi adversarial system. It was an inquisitorial system and more like a civil law jurisdiction, and it's been in the process of transforming. And so it will be somewhat similar to the US system, but perhaps not all of the same rights being observed for the accused. And also, the investigating judge will also play a role similar to a prosecutor and in the process as well.
And why do you think, officials in Argentina, excuse me, are keeping tight-lipped on the latest charges that have come out? Here in the United States, most prosecutors or these types of organizations will say what the charges are as soon as they announce them. But why do you think that's not the case in this particular case?
I think that's because they haven't collected all of the evidence yet. There's accusations that they haven't seen all of the video footage, and they probably want to leave this open so they can add more charges or change the charges based on a further review and collection of the evidence.
And do you think that, from the charges that we know now, abandoning Liam Payne in that hotel as well as the narcotic supply charge, do you think, or I should ask, how long of a sentence could those charges carry?
I don't know what the sentence is in Argentina for those charges.
David, I want to thank you so much for your time today, especially kind of diving into this case. I do want to ask you, though, do you think that more charges could be on the way for possibly other people?
I think it's absolutely possible as the investigatory authorities collect more evidence. When they get all of that video footage, I think we'll have a clearer idea of what happened here. And because they've been quite aggressive in charging these people already, there could be others who are charged as well.
All right. Well, David, again, thank you so much for your time today. Before we sign you off, is there anything else about this case you'd like to add?
No, I think that covers it. Really a tragic case, and I understand why the world continues to be very interested in it.
All right, David, again, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Both Esteban Grassi and Gilda Martin are due to appear in court on December 19th, while Brian Pais and Uriel Estingo are due to appear in court on December 17th. Reporting for Law and Crime, I'm Elizabeth Millner.